he would have the opportunity to be there for 3 terms.
Well, it cost him millions of dollars for his PR campaign.
In California, united staff of the Los Angeles Times are holding a one-day multi-city walkout today to protest massive planned job cuts. It's the first ever newsroom work stoppage in the history of the LA Times. Over 100 journalists, or about 20% of the newsroom, are reportedly at risk of losing their jobs. This comes less than a year after the paper cut 74 newsroom jobs. The LA Times is owned by the billionaire Patrick Soon-Shiong, a Mississippi poultry.
Yeah, so the print publication have been struggling. Like I mentioned earlier about Sports Illustrated having trouble, and LA Times is like one of the biggest papers that you got, right? Like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say if you independent them, there's a few others that rank about equal, and maybe a one or two above, but yeah.
It's definitely up there. Let me play some more.
Tree plant faces over $200,000 in fines for the death of a teenage worker who was killed last year after being pulled into a chicken deboning machine. The Department of Labor cited 17 violations against the Mar-Jac poultry plant. The death of 16-year-old Devon Perez was the second fatality recorded at the factory in just over 2 years. The teen was from Guatemala.
Really, really sad story. Chicken deboning machine. And this kid, he's underage and he's working in this, this factory, and, accident happens and he dies. And it's just like, I don't think that we are realizing how much like the laws, I don't know if it's this, there's a push for these people who can work, who don't really have, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't have advocacy for themselves. It's people that you can exploit, people that you can pay cheap or whatever, take advantage of or whatever. And it's happening all across the nation where you're having younger people being able to being able to work 40 hours a week or whatever. Like the laws, they had laws in place to keep from,
Well,
education is supposed to
if
be
you're not a citizen, none of those laws. If you're not a citizen, none of those laws really matter because you can't enforce them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole thing with that missing link. You the safety. Nobody has to be responsible for those people because nobody there is holding up their end of the bargain to the law system here. So
yeah. In
that's
that
where it's
clip,
an
they didn't
issue.
say he was illegal. They did say he was from Guatemala, but maybe not, they didn't say that he was illegal. But yeah, so that's definitely a part of it, though. The people, the immigration, the border argument all the time. But meanwhile, the corporations want to have this workforce that they can
Yeah,
exploit, and an
ex-
illegal
ex-
immigrant is perfect demographic.
but that's where when people are having the issue, it's not because of with immigration. It's because we know stuff like this happens. We know that there's the human trafficking, the sex trade, like it's really slavery if you want to even, because I mean the the whole idea between, it's always the labor force, but you can make cute words for it if you want to, but it's a way of you saying slavery in said whatever country we want to discuss, but that's all it is. Somebody who does not have the right to press to use the laws available, is that you can interchange those words, whether it's slavery or if it's labor or someone who would be an employee. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Amidst multiple legal woes, Donald Trump posted an all caps message to his Truth Social platform claiming, quote, a president